Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Monday Live with Scott and Phineas. Good afternoon, Scott. How are you today?
Phineas, I'm doing great right here in the metropolitan Oklahoma City. And, the weather's great here. It's probably in the mid 70s, almost 80. Sunshiny, grayed out. How about where you are?
Right now, it is 75 degrees and clear, but it is kind of humid out, and it feels like it's 81 with the real feel. So it's kind of steamy here. So still have the air conditioning going.
Well, I turned it up a few minutes ago.
Yep.
But anyhow, I just want to let everybody know that Bob is not under the weather. He is honeydewing today once again. So I'm going to hang out with you today, Phineas. And,
Excellent.
it's been a while. So hopefully we'll have some fun and have some jokes and talk to these folks. And let's take the time to welcome everybody to the show.
Welcome, everybody. We've got a good early crew. We see Bill Coates is back after a couple weeks of absence, so welcome back, Bill. Good to see you. We've got Santa Doug, who is starting a new show starting in March with his lovely significant other, and as well as Santa Chris and Kimmy. So we're going to have lots of new shows starting in March. We, of course, have Mr. Trivia AJ with us. Kevin Scarf has joined us from my neck of the woods up in Canada. We've got Kane Smith from Alabama. Welcome back, Kane, with your new identity. Good to see you. And as well, we've got Paul Anderson and David Milmine, once again from my neck of the woods. David, good to see you. Paul, good to see you. And
I
Fred.
see Mitch Allen's on as well, too, from Higher Santa.
Yeah, he's in Tokyo this week. So nice to see you. Thanks for joining us from quite some distance. Good to see you. Hope you're having fun in Tokyo, Mitch. So good to see you. And we got Ernie Russo from New Hampshire and Robert McNamara from Colorado. So we've got quite a good early crew and everything.
Well, I appreciate everybody being on here and following TNL and the Phineas and Bob show. I don't get to come on very much anymore, but it's an honor to be here. And it was kind of a last minute call from Bob, which I'm famous for jumping in. And but it's always fun. And we need to acknowledge a special person from the TNL group,
Hmm.
and that's Angela, our producer. So
Definitely. We're grateful for Angela. She makes everything get done. And yeah, Bob is doing the honeydew list. And I do believe that there is a photo of Bob in action. So there we go.
there he is. So we know he's telling the truth.
Yep, we definitely know he's telling the truth. And Carol is definitely a very happy lady because stuff's getting done before he gets really busy. So good on you, Bob. Glad that you're getting the list done. And welcome, Scott. We're grateful to have you. I don't get to talk to you all that often, but it's great seeing you and great being able to chat with you today. So,
Yeah, and I'm sure Carol is extremely happy.
yes, yeah. So,
So, but I'm kind of hungry. What do you think?
I'm just wondering, Angela, do we have something from Santa B yet today?
Oh,
We do. So, Santa.
Ho, 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 and happy day, my friends. Santa B here with you again today. And today I want to tell you a little bit about how I see Santa. I have all these Santas behind me here that I love, and they're all a little different. And they don't have all the same colors, they don't have all the same beards. Some are skinny, some are expanded cookie zone, but they're all Santa to me. And that's one of the things that I love about when I get out and being part of the Santa community is it doesn't matter how expensive someone's suit is or what their boots look like. I know they're Santa. And I know they're a Mrs. Claus or I know they're an elf because of the joy and the love and the effort that they put into being that person, to letting others see that in them. So I encourage you today, get out. Be seen for the character you have. Be blessed. Be well. I love you all.
Wow, what an inspirational topic. Hey, we do need to be ourselves and be the best we can. You know,
Yes, indeed. We do need to spread the joy and love of Christmas throughout the year, and with Santa B to remind us of all that, that's always a good thing. We've had a few more folks join us. Dana Prostrollo, and hoping you and Everett are doing well. Diane Veen from St. Louis, good to see you. John Schnagelberger from Colorado. We got some folks from Colorado joining us. Well, thank you very much. So that is great. And definitely, Scott said he was hungry. So let's see if we can get that something burger up and
something burger sounds delicious.
hmm. So for today's something burger, I've want to talk about what your plans are for the coming season. What goals have you set for yourself? And I'm not talking financial goals or anything like that, but is there anything that you hope to achieve in the upcoming season as a Christmas performer? Are you going to try a new kind of event or gig? Are you going to be building upon your client list? Are you expanding what you're offering to your audience? Or are you looking at honing a particular skill while you are doing your work throughout the year? So, for instance, I know Santa David and I, we are working on expanding our client list this year and opening ourselves up to new clients. And we are also looking on building our regular clients and creating sort of like a legacy client base. So, the people that we have been with for the past few years, we are actually looking at, as we are continuing to work with them, pre-book them for the next couple of upcoming years, just to make sure that we can guarantee their dates. So in a way, it's sort of building longevity into our relationships with our clients, as well as ensuring that we don't have to hunt down that business for years to come. So that's sort of one thing that we are definitely working on, as well as because we do create a new coloring sheet each year. We have reached out to new artists to see what they can do for Santa and Phineas. There was a preview of one of our coloring sheets recently that we had a local tattoo artist create for us. So there's lots of stuff that we're trying to do to broaden our horizons and expand our reach in the local community as well as the community abroad. So, how
Well,
about Scott?
sounds like you got a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know that from my standpoint, Phineas, I'm working on wanting to do more photo shoots, and I think that I'm not sitting in a chair in particular at a big box store. Um, I do a parade in one of the towns north of me, and I do their tree lighting, and I do the one of the Indian nations. There's three locations I do for them, and that's kind of what I'm going to expand more on, trying to get my photography side um, a little more. So I'm not so much more of a private setting for the boys and girls, from a private studio photography.
That is definitely a good thing, and if you can find photographers that you're comfortable working with, and who are comfortable working with you, you can create quite a partnership. Definitely Santa, David, and I, we worked with one photographer for nearly 7 years, and we are pretty much, attached at the brain, and we know what she's looking for, and she can ask us to do stuff that she wouldn't be comfortable asking other people to do. So that's always very good. So that is definitely a good thing. We now have from Santa Doug. Doug is just working on expanding his storytelling and props for this year to become a better performer. And I'm quite sure I've seen some of the stuff you've been building, Doug, over the past year, and I look forward to hearing from you at CWH some of the ideas that you have for the stories and future stories. Sean White has started working with some new Santas and adding new big events, and he says the sky is the limit. So that is definitely very good. You know, broadening your horizons, getting a chance to see new Santas and working with new business partners and new events is always a good thing. Dana and Everett say that they want to stay healthy. Always important, definitely, especially when you're exposed to all the stuffy noses and sniffles and coughs and everything. So that is great.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that we all need to do is maybe go have our final checkup before we start the season and just make sure that everything's working properly in our bodies and that we're able to do our job as Christmas performers to the best of our ability and keep our immune system up.
Yep. AJ says the Fraternal Order of Policing asked him to come back year after year, and he just got a new gig from his neighbor across the street who asked to come out to their house and hand out gifts for them. So always good. David Milmy noticed that the legacy client idea is something that we've learned from Jeff McMullen, and definitely the folks who are taking Jeff's courses right now will find out about the legacy clients for sure. Ernie is trying to start earlier in mid to late October for photo shoots. And yeah, we have found that the photo shoots are starting earlier and earlier each year. We had some in July of all things for people who wanted to get an early start on their Christmas cards. Um, Kane Smith noticed that he is learning his way around storytelling and learning a little bit about ChatGPT and also building a new throne. So lots of doings for Kane in Alabama. Both actual working on his skill set and presentation, as well as his the physical presentation he's giving with set pieces and his ability to accommodate visitors. And I see Patrick Moss has joined us from Houston, Texas. Good to see you, Pat. Hoping all is well.
Yeah, Pat, how are you? You look forward to seeing you in February.
Definitely looking forward to seeing Patrick in February, and I think Patrick is going to be in Minneapolis again for Christmas this year for the holiday season. So back at the Mall of America. So hoping he has a good, successful time in Minneapolis. So
That's awesome. That's probably a fun gig too.
yeah, yeah. I know a couple of the performers who work at the Mall of America. So good to see. Good to see. So.
And we have any other comments?
I don't think we've had any other comments. It's been fairly quiet, and so I think we should thank Scarlett and Wade at Santa's Closet, and before we hit the trivia question.
Okay, well, I guess Angela, why don't you go ahead and run that?
Hey everyone, Angela Mack here for Bob and Phineas Live, the show about nothing. Season 4 of Bob and Phineas is brought to you by santascloset.org, where you can find all your accessories for the discriminating Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the elves. Visit Santa Wade's website at santascloset.org today, where they are known for delivering unique, value-packed Santa and Mrs. Claus accessories since opening in 2004. The goal has always been to provide both a superior customer experience at a tremendous value. Their products are fairly priced, and Santa Wade strives to bring many different products to the Claus community. Visit the website and make your next season a truly special one. This is Angela Mack reminding you all to catch our show every Monday at 3 p.m. Central, presented by TNL Network Productions. Thanks for watching. Now let's get back to Bob and Phineas in the TNL studios in today's Monday Santa's Closet Trivia.
Would you like me to read that or you want to read it? Are we going to let them read it?
Well, they can read it, and just like to thank Santa Wade and Scarlett at santascloset.org. The winner's name goes in the list for the scholarship for North Pole Cornerstones 2026, and also a goodie bag from Santa's Closet. And if we don't have it, give us your t-shirt size, And Scott, would you like to read the question?
Absolutely. Thank you, Phineas. Which American made toy features interlocking plastic gears and cranks? What year was it introduced in America? And what was it, and who was it created by? What American made toy features interlocking plastic gears and cranks? What year was it introduced in America? And who was it created by? So, two answers, correct?
The name of the toy itself, the year it was introduced, and who was it created by. So three answers. So
So, three answers.
yeah, so definitely. And AJ, no, you are still in jail, unfortunately. So you're just too good at answering the questions. And
But
Patrick Ross,
anyhow, Santa Clausette and Santa Wade and Santa Clausette have been a continued supporter of the Monday show, and we don't know how to express our gratitude to him as this season is slowly coming to an end, and we have our seasons are coming up. So um, I just want to throw out an extra special thanks and appreciation from the TNL crew and the network as a whole. And you know, Phineas, you do such a great job on here and taking up Bob's slack.
well, thank you.
Somebody's got to do it when he's painting.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's we're so grateful for our sponsors and the folks who support us, continuing to bring the shows and content for you, and we're just really grateful for you. So hopefully that the our audience can support them as well as watch the shows. And speaking of watching the shows, if you'd like to support us directly, please go to our YouTube page. And like and subscribe. Angela posts the links to the YouTube page on the TNL Live Facebook page. Like our shows, subscribe to us so you get notifications of when they come out, and the more you interact with us on YouTube, the better it is for us to ensure that we can produce these shows long term. So please and thank you.
And this is the best value on the internet in far as the Closet Network. Why? Because it's my favorite four-letter F word, free.
Yes, indeed,
And
free.
all our shows are that way that are produced by the TNL network. So
Yep.
join them all, check them all out because there's one almost every day of the week.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like we're getting some answers coming in, so that's good to see. And speaking of our sponsors, we've got a whole crew of sponsors who support this show as well as many others on the network. So, Angela, could you please run one of our sponsors?
Ho, 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 ho!
Shop Thermo Apparel. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And for the coolest of cool Santas or Easter bunnies, remember Thermo Apparel.
Don't just be cool as an attitude. Keep cool, literally.
Thermal Barrel, be cool. Ho, 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 ho.
Once again, we are truly grateful for our sponsors, Larry Talbert at King Risk Partners, Joey and Priscilla Sanchez at Caboots, Julia and the entire Film Apparel crew, and of course, North Pole Cornerstones, which will be in Oklahoma City this upcoming year. And Scott, are you want to talk some more about NPC
Sure.
2026?
North Pole Cornerstones is going to be in North Oklahoma City in Edmond, right off of I-35. It's going to be February the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Well, Valentine's Day, it's a great time to take your sweetie or your friend or your partner or your wife or whoever you happen to want to bring that would be special to you for Valentine's Day would be a good adventure to bring them to, and a wealth of knowledge. And Phineas knows that it can be really a lot of fun and crazy, with the way we do things. And we're looking forward to everybody coming. And it includes breakfast each morning if you're staying in the hotel. And we'll be doing a bus ride down to Bricktown for Valentine's Day. There's a lot of great restaurants. It's going to be busy, so we will be posting what those restaurants we recommend are, and there are others as well. But you'll probably need to think about making a reservation on your own prior to coming, so you get in. Uh, we'll be going down about 4:30, and then returning. Um, Probably around 10 from down there. So it gives you 4, 5, 6 hours to wander around. A lot to see, and working on a riverboat ride like we did in San Antonio. So they do have those there, and it's pretty interesting. So I'm kind of working on that at the moment too. But we look forward to seeing everybody. And hey, if you're interested, go to the website npcornerstones, and that's plural.com, and sign up, read you can see who our instructors are and what subjects we're going to be covering. Uh, it's a different school because we do have breakout sessions, and we made a rule that there's no death by PowerPoint at North Pole Cornerstone. So uh, the schools I've been to that I have thoroughly enjoyed had a lot of PowerPoint, and I know like the rest of y'all, you sit there and you hear the PowerPoint, and if the presenter is somewhat monotone, you find that you want to read the back of your eyelids.
Yep.
And we don't want you to do that with us. We want you to have fun and get up, move around, and enjoy it. The meals are included except for dinner on the Riverwalk, and you're on your own that Saturday night. We do furnish a bus transportation down there and back so that you don't have a parking issue. So we look forward and encourage everybody to check out the website, check out the curriculum, and sign up. I think you're signed up already, aren't you, Phineas?
I am signed up already, definitely, definitely. And once more, if you go to the website npcornerstones2026.com or npcornerstones.com, there is also information about the various scholarships that are available to attend North Pole Cornerstone. So there's lots of opportunities. I do know Tuesday Night Live has a show, has a has a scholarship, as does the Monday Live show as well. And for the Canadians, there is the Larry Lance Memorial Scholarship as well that is available for that. So lots of opportunity to get some support in attending, and it is a great event. And we have a number of other events starting in about a week and a bit. We have Charles W. Howard in Midland, Michigan, start on October 9th through 11th, 2026. So it'll be a group of us from the TNL Productions attending as students and also attending the Santa Expo as well. And you may see Santa Doug
Shut
and
the door.
Jenny from upcoming the upcoming show starting in March. You will definitely see Phineas the Elf. I will be there a couple of days, and I'm hoping to ensure that Randall will be there as well. So there will be lots of representation from TNL Productions at CWH and the Santa Expo. May 4th through 9th, 2026, we have Academy of Christmas Artists in Forsyth, Georgia, and that is a school run by Lee Andrews, and it will be featuring our keynote instructor, Steve and Deborah Gillum, as well as yours truly, Phineas the Elf, will be there as well, not to mention a number of other things. And of course, we can't forget Spangle the Clown. School of Santa's 2026 is in Branson, Missouri from July 16th through 19th, featuring the keynote instructor, Joe Barney. So, Joe Barney has a wide variety of entertainment experiences as well as a performance as Santa himself, as well as an elf. So lots of interesting tidbits of information from Joe, great educator and a longtime performer with plenty of skills, and always just a hoot to go sit and talk with. And as well, Spangles puts on quite an event with lots of entertainment opportunities, great food, and of course, as always, the famous cobbler. So join Spangle July 26 in Branson, Missouri for School of Santas.
Yeah. On Spangle's note, does three in-house shows and goes out to two shows in Branson in the theaters. So, and all the meals are included. Spangle puts on a great school as well.
Yeah.
And Joe Barney will be an amazing keynote speaker this year. And I can't wait to meet him and see him. You know Joe, you've met Joe several times and have worked around him, have you not, Phineas?
Yes, I have. Yep.
And he is full of knowledge. He's just, I can't say enough about Joe. He's an amazing performer. And School of Santas, you don't want to miss next year. I think his registration is open as well as North Pole Cornerstones.
Yep.
So those two schools are both ones that I do and have a lot of love for personally, and not putting the rest of them down. But I guess I'm partial to those because I'm involved. But
Yep.
anyhow, but it's great to be able to tell and share where the education is, so our viewers have a great opportunity to expand their professional um, Christmas community education.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I think it's time for me to start digging deeper, Angela. If you'd like to run the promo for my
Get
segment.
your shovel out, Phineas. Here you go.
So earlier today, I asked about what your goals were for the upcoming season as a performer, and once again, not focusing on the financial goals you may or may not have, but what do you hope to achieve in your season as a Christmas performer? And what I've been discussing over the past little while has been focusing on when you have created your backstory, when you have built yourself a bit of a autobiography as to who you are as a character, how you would implement that. Now, I did note that just a few moments ago that I will be attending Charles W. Howard once more for one last infusion of information and a booster of the Christmas spirit. So I'm looking forward to that because always keep on learning, and as well as taking several other online learning opportunities, including some stuff with the Christmas performance workshops and various other online educators, including Jeff McMullen and such like that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've got a couple of really big events coming up during the holiday season, including one which is a large Christmas party for the main industry in my town. And it will be, for me, Phineas, it will be 12 hours of improvisation on my feet. While Santa is posing for photographs with the families that will be attending this event, and there will be well over 1,200 families, my job will be to manage the line that feeds into the photography portion of the set, as well as hopefully get enough information so I can feed it to Santa about who he's about ready to have a visit with. So, why I need to have my backstory in total is number one, we've done this event every year for the past 4 years. And so we get repeat families who, the moment they see me, I end up getting quizzed by the children because they know me as Phineas the Grumpy Elf, and they're going to quiz me on, how are things at the North Pole, what happened last year, what's happening this year. And I will have to be able to respond on my feet instantaneously. And where that all comes from is that comes from knowing who I am as a character, knowing my backstory, remembering this particular stuff that we talked about last year that I focused on. And last year was definitely Rudolph Stoddard Fireball and several other aspects of our North Pole that Santa David and I share, and as well as the stuff that I normally talk about at this event, because I've got to keep this line entertained. I've got to prepare them for their visit to Santa so that they know that they need to have their jackets off and that they put their coats and packages and everything on the other side of the set. I need to make sure that their faces are clean, that their hands are clean. There's no sticky fingers. There's no cotton candy. There's no candy canes going to be anywhere near Santa's beautiful red velvet suit and all the fur and everything like that. I've got to make sure the faces are clean and that. And I need to make sure that the families know that they want either a family photo or just a photo with the children. And so, long story short, um, I've got to impact a lot of information as well as get what I need done to make sure that they have the best visit possible with Santa so that they can get a photograph pretty much instantaneously. And because by the time they get down from the set, the photo has been printed, put in a folder for them to take home in a keepsake folder, and they have the photo. And after that, they go get their Christmas gift from the company that we work for. And it is quite a production. And I need to do that all on my feet, and I need to do it approximately 1,200 times in a 12-hour period. So knowing who Phineas is as a character is a great bonus. And if there happens to be a need for a bio break for Santa, Santa needs to go check on the reindeer, or Santa needs to have a drink of water and maybe boost his blood sugar, or the photographer needs to replace the paper and the printer rolls in their printer or change the batteries. I have to be able to immediately pick up and entertain that entire line while we are waiting for um, the changeover to happen. And so this is the importance of having knowing who Phineas is as a character, knowing what he talked about in the past, because we will see the same families over and over again, year in, year out. As a matter of fact, one of my volunteers has worked with me every year at the top of the line, and Dan and I have developed quite a good friendship. He loves to play with Phineas and poke fun at me and make fun of my ears and my shoes and everything like that, and I can be extra prickly with Dan, which is even better because the children can see that sometimes the elf can get a little bit testy and grumpy, and even though it's all in good fun. So, yes, Betsy, Phineas definitely sleeps well that night, as does Santa, once his eyes settle down, from all the flashbulbs going off. And Sean, thank you very much. Yeah, they are fortunate to have Phineas because, um, they usually have 4 volunteers on the line, and, when they get Dan and then Phineas rolling at the line, they can take the other 3 volunteers off the line, and they can be used elsewhere in the during the event. So once I get rolling and I'm able to manage the line as I need to manage it, it runs very smoothly. And it's definitely been a learning opportunity for me, and there's been growing pains, and every so often things break down, but that's what it is. But it's all in knowing who I am as a character and knowing my backstory and my biography, and also knowing how to feed information to Santa because, I have talked to the children, asked them, "Did you enjoy what you got for Christmas last year? What was your favorite gift that you got from Santa last year?" And, I will then find out that Jessica really enjoyed her bicycle, and Sebastian really liked the stuffy that he got last year. And so that way, when Jessica and Sebastian get up to the chair from to visit Santa, as I walk them up, I said, "Hey, Santa, just wanted to let you know that Jessica really enjoyed her bike and Sebastian enjoyed his stuffy." And at that point, Santa knows who Jessica and Sebastian are, what their favorite toys were, and that way they can enjoy their visit, get the photographs they need, and by the time they're done, they've had a good memory. They've had an interaction with the grumpy elf at the top of that made sure their faces were cleaned, their hands were clean, there was no sticky fingers, and that they had the best time with Santa that they could, so they could focus on the visit while Santa and the photographer focused on getting the picture for them. So it's a balancing act. And because of that, I've taken improv courses this year, and I look forward in using some of the improv exercises. I've taken storytelling courses this year, and so I'm looking forward to working all of what I've learned into the upcoming year, and then journaling what I've done over the season, so I can take what worked and work on it some more and take what didn't work so badly and determine, do I need to work on this some more, or do I just need to say enough's enough, time to move along and such like that. And that is all in knowing who I am as a character as Phineas, knowing Phineas's autobiography and backstory, knowing what's happening at our North Pole. And as a matter of fact, Santa David and I are starting to work on the major portion of our what's happening at the North Pole this year, based on what our current shows are going to be for storytelling and Santa experiences. So that is what we're looking at. Is we're looking at how we can take what we've learned over the year, how it's going to impact what we're doing, and then take our wins and add them to our arsenal, and take the things that didn't work so well, maybe work on them a little bit more over the next coming year, or maybe just saying, "Yeah, this didn't work so well, so let's just wipe our hands of it and get over that." So that is good. But, Betsy, thank you very much. I look forward to talking with the spirited Mrs. Claus and the Tooth Fairy about what Phineas, can do for you and add to your story, so that is great. And Shaun White, yes, there's definitely gonna be some commentary about Adventures with Mrs. Claus and the Tooth Fairy, including the fact that the Tooth Fairy visited, around, Valentine's Day because the baby Yeti was having teething problems, and we really needed to get her teeth looked at by the Tooth Fairy, and, also the fact that the Tooth Fairy took some time to teach Phineas about proper dental hygiene, and so he could help the baby Yeti and Adney get their teeth in order as well. So definitely. So that is why I have been focusing on character development, character building over the past year. And I am grateful for the folks who've reached out to talk to me about what they've been doing for character development and character building, and pick my brain, and those who have, interrogated me, and I don't want to say beaten me up, but asked me to clarify some things, and why it's necessary. So thank you very much for talking to me about that as well. So it's great. And as we wrap up the season, we've got a few more shows left, very few more shows left. If anybody has any specific questions or concerns, once more, please do not hesitate to reach out to contact me on Facebook, either at Mike Hutchings, or leave a message on the streams on Facebook, and we will happily address your questions and concerns over the next few shows. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience and listening. And I look forward in seeing everybody in person, perhaps at CWH, perhaps at North Pole Cornerstones, and perhaps at Academy of Christmas Artists. Thank you.
Wow, Phineas, that was an amazing. You really got into it and dug really deep today, and I enjoyed every bit of that. And I would love to pick your brain on what you learned off of here. Well, we don't have time for that today. But anyhow, yes, I'm sure that your performance and your crossing off what doesn't work and putting it in the trash, or putting it in a book for maybe another time, is a great idea, and keeping up with what works and what doesn't work, and always trying to find new and innovative ways to entertain the boys and girls.
That's the goal, is that continuous improvement, and becoming the better Phineas and a better performer. And also, how can I support Santa better as a character? Because I am blessed to work with Santa David, who is an incredible performer. He is both a minister, and he's had 30 years of work as a professional clown and a professional speaker. So it's great working with him, and I don't want to let him down. I want to make sure that I am able to support him as best as I can, as I do with everybody I work with. And it's a partnership, and I want to be the best partner possible for that person. So
Well, he's very lucky to have you, because you are definitely instrumental. I've watched you at the North Pole Cornerstones, and you're just an amazing performer. And my hat's off to you. And everybody should be able to learn something from you. So, anyhow, are we ready to move on to the trivia answer?
I believe so, and I think we've got a winner.
Well, I'm going to read the question once again. Which American made toy features interlocking plastic gears and cranks? What year was it introduced in America? And who was it created by? And the answer of the toy is Connects. Is that how you would say that?
That is correct. Connects.
And it's a construction toy system. It was, I guess, before I tell you all this, Angela, do we have a winner? I didn't hear anything.
You're muted, Angela.
Oh, it's who?
Dana Pastrollo won.
Dana.
Congratulations.
Okay, very well. And the year was 1992, and it was created by Joel Glickman. And that that's our trivia for today. Thank you, Santa Wade and Santa's Closet. And I guess I should mention what's going on tomorrow a little bit. What do you think, Phineas?
Definitely mention what's going on tomorrow for
Uh,
sure.
Well, tomorrow, Bob will be absent again. He's finishing up his honeydews, and I will be on the show with what's his name? Spangle. That's his name.
The
It's hard to
clown.
remember him.
Yeah.
He's just a blur. But anyhow, we will not be having a guest. We're going to talk about some schools and what the final four shows that we have in this season and what's coming up on those. So we hope you'll join us and gather what's going on. And we're going to talk about the Halloween show and the roundtable show and our final show and the drawing for NPC Cornerstone Fellowship. and we hope that you'll join us. You know, the clown's always clowning, so we'll have our trivia as usual, and look forward to seeing everybody there and having a good time with us there as well tomorrow at 7 Central.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. Tonight at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Sean White has the Claws Connect, and she will be hosting Terry from Stay Bearded, talking about beard care and tools and tricks to keep your beard looking its best and keeping your skin under your beard healthy and good throughout the season. Um, on Wednesday, Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers, they are on hiatus and they will return in March 2026 when the new season of TNL Productions begins anew. Um, so they are taking some time off, and if you want to see replays, go to their Facebook page, either the Kringle Brothers, or go to their YouTube channel and watch something and engage with that as well. Um, Thursday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, Santa's Magical Fellowship will be having their last chat for the season, and they will be discussing about dressing your Santa. And so join Santa Mel at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern for discussing about dressing your Santa. And after that, at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, just continuing on the Santa's Magical Fellowship group, Polar Opposites with Santa J Mac and Santa Jamie will be hosting their year end wrap up as well. So, once again, they will have a year end wrap up as well and tying off the end of the season uh, for them before everybody gets busy for the holiday season. And once again, we will be starting back up in March. But there still will be a few more TNL shows and a few more Monday live shows, Monday afternoon live shows. So definitely, by all means, join us. We would like to congratulate Dana Pristrolo for winning the trivia question. And if we don't have your address, please message either Bob or Angela and make sure we've got your address and either yours or I guess Everett's t-shirt size, just so we can get that information to Wade and Scarlett at Santa's Closet.
And I'd like to remind people, if you're in the Texas area, in the Dallas area, this Saturday, I think Bob has his meet and greet for the Texas State Santa. So if you're not doing anything on Saturday, you might run by and reach out to Bob one and or on their Facebook page. I think it's at a barbecue place in Arlington, Texas.
Yes, at Rudy's in Arlington, 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time.
Excellent. Excellent.
Why did I go to that screen? Sorry, let me go back. Yeah, I have too many scenes here, guys. Um, where's Scott at? Where's Scott at? Here we go.
Here, I'm right here,
There he
right
is.
here. Anyhow, also, I would like to remind everybody that please, if you have time or you want to, reach out to our sponsors and thank them just with a short text message or something. And or if you have any needs for insurance, boots, a cooling vest, or education, you've got Caboots, you've got King Risk Management, and if you have any need for supplies for your season, don't forget Santa's Closet. So we appreciate our contributors to no end. I mean, they're great, and we appreciate them. And I guess the thing that I want to tell everybody is, if you don't see me again before the your season's over with, I hope to see you in Oklahoma City for one. And the other thing, please stay healthy, play, stay humble, and play fair with all your other Santa or Christmas performers. Be kind to each other and show the love that you know that's in your heart. That as Christmas performers we have, and let's please all be kind to each other.
That's
That's my
all.
final word of the day, I guess.
That's all we can ask for is to be kind, be gentle with one another, treat everybody with respect and just the same way that you'd like to be treated in return. And would like to thank Scott once more for joining us and filling in for Bob. It's always great working with you, Scott. I look forward in working with you one on one in Oklahoma City in February of next year. And I hope that I do see you between now and then because I always like talking to you and it's great chatting with you. So I learn something new from you every time. So
And do we have any questions from our viewers about anything that took place on the show today by chance?
Uh, doesn't look like it. Everybody's just been thanking us for
Hanging out?
the show, hanging out, thanking us for a great show. Looking forward to ongoing shows and everything. And Kane's wishing us both wishing everybody's a great evening. So always good to see everybody, and good to see you as well, Ernie. And I'd just like to thank Scott for joining us today. I'd like to thank Angela once more for producing. The show would not happen without her. She is what makes things work, and she keeps us in line here, making sure everything's good. Um, and well,
Phineas, don't tell her, but we're going to double her salary next season.
that's between you and Bob. I just
No, we're going to double Angela's salary. We're going to add two more zeros.
okay. Now, is that before or after the decimal?
Usually, I don't think the decimal has a bearing.
Ah, well,
It's the same as you and I's salary,
yes, indeed, yes, indeed,
and
yes.
we'll give you a little raise too, another zero maybe.
Yep.
But
Well,
anyhow, thank you, Phineas, for all you do for TNL
thank
and
you.
being here each and every week and giving your 2 cents and digging us all deeper into being better performers.
I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. It was an honor to be asked back a couple of years back, and I look forward to continuing further down the line. So I'd like to invite everybody to tune in, kick up your heels, join in the fun for 2025. This show and all of our other shows are powered by the TNL Productions. Thank you very much and have a good night.